newer bike to me. So come time to look for a new bike, I'm searching the internet, I'm looking all over the place. I go to Craigslist. I see this beautiful bike. It's a Specialized bike. First of all, Specialized bikes go from, I don't know, anywhere from 3,000 all the way up. I see a Specialized bike, beautiful, look brand new, $600. That's a problem right there. Because the bike that I was looking at was way more expensive than what was on Craigslist. So that was red flag number one. Number two, I reached out to the person. The person said, "Hey, if you have any questions, give me a call." I called, got in contact with somebody, and they told me this is what you need to do. You need to go to what was it, Walgreens or somewhere, and get these gift cards. Again, I feel stupid even telling you this, but I go and do the thing, even though my heart is screaming, yo, something's wrong here. Don't do it. But I feel like I'm going to miss out on this bike, this deal, a deal of a lifetime. So what do? I go get their gift cards. Give me more instructions. All right, scratch off the thing. All right, cool. I scratch off the thing, and then I put the numbers into something where basically they have access to it. So then that was red flag number two. But again, all reasoning went out the door when I felt like I was going to miss out on getting this bike. Hey, family, this is Che Willis coming back with another episode of Wealth is a Journey podcast. Guys, this is episode 32. We're on episode 32. And as always, before we start, I just like to say thank you to everybody who's taken the time to like, share, subscribe to this channel. The channel is growing. So I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has contributed to the growth of this channel. If you have not shared and you feel like this has enriched your life in some way or another, or if you've gotten a tip or a trick on how to do life a little bit easier, make sure you share it with somebody who it can help. So again, thank you. If you have any comments on how we can do better, how we can grow as a channel, please make sure that you put it in the comments. Today is very special because it's very personal to me. We're going to talk about FOMO. On this wealth building journey, we're going to talk about FOMO because it's going to come up more than you think. And some of you already know how it's come up in your lives. FOMO, for whoever doesn't know, is fear of missing out. We in this wealth building journey, we have different things that come at us. Like I mentioned in podcast episodes before, when you decide to do something or start out on a journey, you're going to have different things coming at you left and right that are going to try to knock you off of your journey. Whether it's a family member or a friend or an associate, they are going to try to, and maybe not purposely, knock you off of your journey. And we have to be super aware of these things and look out for the signs. And I also talk about how when we're on our journey, how our eyes are going to be opened up to a lot of different things that we may not have identified as distractions before, but we are going to be able to identify distractions. And the first thing in your journey, if you're going anywhere, you need a plan. And once you have a plan and you map out that plan, and you mark off different steps in the plan to get you to complete your goal, then again, you're going to have things just coming at you. And the way that you're going to know if those things are distractions or not is, does it line up with the plan? Do things line up with the plan? And if the answer is no, then you know that it can be identified as a distraction. So in the journey that you're going on, wealth building specifically, you're going to encounter different, if you're on social media, different people trying to tell you, hey, buy this course or join this group. And they may be people that can help you. I'm a part of a group called the Morning Meetup. Before I joined the Morning Meetup, that is led by David Shands, I thought to myself, I'm never going to pay to be in a group. But as I was in my prayer time and in my just thinking of how I can grow, how I can do things better as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as even an employee, how can I be better? Everything that he talked about on his podcast, Social Proof, lined up with where I was trying to go as a business owner, as a professional. So I'm like, you know what? This lines up with the plan. So I'm going to join. And I paid to be in this group. Since I've been in the group, it again has enriched my life. It has helped me grow so much. So this being in this group and paying to be in this group is helping me on this journey. Now, you're going to have situations where you're hearing about these people getting different results on social media, like, oh, join my group. I'm getting results. You'll make X amount of money in a certain amount of days, and I guarantee these results, and so forth and so on. Again, if it does not line up with where you're trying to go, please be aware that this may be FOMO for you, because if you don't know any better and you're just starting out on your journey, you're going to have people speaking into your life via social media or whatever medium you're getting your information, whether it be TV or whatever the case may be. If you don't know any better, then you'll be so locked in on getting the result that all reason is going out the door. One of the stories that I told you about before on this podcast was my wife and I, we like to travel years and years and years ago. It was a long time ago. And we went to this timeshare presentation, and in the timeshare presentation, they offered us free plane tickets, and there was no blackout dates. And this presentation, it sounded good, but again, I didn't listen to my heart. I didn't check in my heart and listen to it, and all reason went out the door. And we ended up spending $3,000 on this timeshare that we never used. But the thing is like they get you to feel so good about the presentation that you feel like, if I don't do this, I'm an idiot. But if you are clear on your plan, if you're clear on where you need to go, and it doesn't line up with the clarity, then don't do it. If your heart is telling you, if you check your heart and your heart is telling you, no, do not do this, then it's telling you that for a reason. How many times have you ended up doing something and you said, you know what, I knew I shouldn't have done that? That's your heart telling you don't do it, and then you go against that. But FOMO, the fear of missing out, is going to do that to you. Another story, and I feel stupid even telling you this, But I feel like on this podcast, we're giving people information that is going to help enrich your life. So if I can give you any information that's going to help you, that has been to my detriment, I'm going to give it to you. Pause. So what happened is I told you before that I love the cycle. It was I bought my first bike. I think it was like $200. I bought the bike for $200 just to make sure that it was something that I was going to continue to do. And then as I saw that, I was going to upgrade into a new bike, or a newer bike to me. So come time to look for a new bike, I'm searching the internet, I'm looking all over the place. I go to Craigslist. I see this beautiful bike. It's a Specialized bike. First of all, Specialized bikes go from, I don't know, anywhere from 3,000 all the way up. I see a Specialized bike, beautiful, look brand new, $600. That's a problem right there. Because the bike that I was looking at was way more expensive than what was on Craigslist. So that was red flag number one. Number two, I reached out to the person. The person said, hey, if you have any questions, give me a call. I called, got in contact with somebody, and they told me this is what you need to do. You need to go to what was it, Walgreens or somewhere, and get these gift cards. Again, I feel stupid even telling you this, but I go and do the thing, even though my heart is screaming, yo, something's wrong here. Don't do it. But I feel like I'm going to miss out on this bike, this deal, a deal of a lifetime. So what do? I go get their gift cards. Give me more instructions. All right, scratch off the thing. All right, cool. I scratch off the thing, and then I put the numbers into something where basically they have access to it. So then that was red flag number two. But again, all reasoning went out the door when I felt like I was going to miss out on getting this bike. So then I do it, and I wait. I hear nothing back from the people. Then I get another email saying, hey, we're going to deliver this thing to you, but we need another $150. And I'm like, hold on, something's not right here. Like, something's really not right here. So then I call the number back of the person that I talked to, and I get nobody. I get the do. The number you have reached is out of service. And I'm like, oh my God, they got me. But because I didn't listen to my heart, all reasoning went out the door. The only thing I was focused on was getting the bike that I wanted. So how many of you have had that same situation with somebody who said, we're going to help you get rich quick. You invest in me, and I'm going to get you the result of $10,000 or whatever it is in your first 30 days being in this program. Normally, if something sounds too good to be true and there's no work involved, then it probably is. I've talked to multiple people who have invested with, there's a specific, and I'm not going to call any names out. You'll probably know who I'm talking about, but a person on the internet who's, doing real estate and, invest in this course, and I'm going to get you these results, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that everybody is scamming people, but the person who is easiest to get is the person who does not know any better. This is why when we're talking about budgeting, we're talking about getting your personal finances in the right order, because it's all a journey. And on the journey is where you learn all the lessons. You learn the how to handle money. You learn, okay, well, if this does not fit inside of my budget and it's not a necessity, do I really need it? So it teaches you discipline. And discipline is so important when you're on your journey because, again, you're going to have things, you're going to have people pulling at you to, get you off of your journey. And again, not intentionally, some of it may be intentionally, but you have to be aware of those things. And the only way that you're going to be aware of those things is if you go on the journey and you stay on the journey. And then again, your eyes are going to be opened up to the things that you may not have been aware of before, like checking your heart. Like now, if my heart tells me, hey, this is not it, then I'm digging a little bit deeper before I dive in. What's going on, family? This is Che Willis from Wealth as a Journey podcast. I don't know if you guys know, but I help families who are living paycheck to paycheck live the life that they want to live through budgeting and investing. If this is you or you know somebody, go to wealthisajourney.com to book a free discovery call to see if we're a good fit to work with each other for either budgeting, or if you're a beginner investor, again, you can book a free discovery call to see if we're a good fit to work with each other. Again, wealthisajourney.com, wealthisajourney.com. Let's get back to the episode. You have to be aware of those things because there's people out here that are purposely preying on people who do not know any better. And that's what you need to be aware of. The people who are preying on people who do not know any better. And those are the people who get taken advantage of. So the faster you get on your journey and you stick to it, you stick to your plan, budget, telling your money where to go, whatever you want to call it, that's going to make you feel better, then you got to get on that, because it's going to help you be disciplined, and it's going to help you not to fall victim to those people who are with those get rich quick schemes and things of that nature. Because one thing that I've learned on my wealth building journey, and I've been on it for quite some time now, is that you can't skip steps. Like the beauty of building wealth of any size is the journey, whether you know it or not. Because the closer you, the every step that you take, your eyes again are opened up to different things again that you may not have noticed before. Like, again, listening to my heart is one thing. If something doesn't sound good, then a lot of the times it's probably not. You'll be your sensors will be super heightened to people who are directly or indirectly trying to take advantage of you. I was listening to something the other day, and it was a person who was talking about investing in this system, and you probably heard it before. I'm not going to call the name out, but investing in a system who takes your change and then invest money for you. Now that's cool for some people, but if you don't control the way you invest your money, then again, you can get taken advantage of. So if you don't, okay, so here's the deal. With budgeting, you're basically telling your money where to go, right? But if you have it set up, if you have a system set up where it's taking your change and sending it into an investment vehicle, yeah, that's cool. But if you are paying down debt and then taking a chunk of money and purposely putting it into an investment vehicle of your choosing, and you direct it, then you'll have a story to tell to somebody else a family member, a kid, one of your kids, one of your cousins, just somebody who you can help. Say, hey, investing is not as hard as people perceive it to be. All you have to do is do some research on this, do some research on that, get your specific amount of money that you're going to invest each month, each week, every 2 weeks, however often you get paid, and your budget allows you to do it, and then you invest it, and then you see it grow. Right? So, not that the person who was telling people, "Hey, invest in this investment vehicle," was doing anything wrong, but if you don't know any better, you think to yourself that you can't do it on your own, or a financial advisor if that's the route that you choose to go. But investing, um, 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 building that discipline of doing things on your own is not as hard as people think. But again, if somebody's pitching you, hey, invest in this, or hey, do this or do that, and your money's going to grow really, really fast, think twice about that. And again, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that investment vehicle, but the thing is, if you can do it on your own and then you have a story to tell, then you'll be able to give somebody information that's going to help them to build wealth on their own. Then they'll have a story to tell. Then the person that they tell will have a story to tell, and it leaves breadcrumbs for the people who are coming behind you, if that makes sense. So, while you're on your journey, make sure that you understand that you cannot skip steps. There is no get rich quick schemes that are going to work and or be sustainable. Even think about people that hit the lottery. You don't know how to manage your money. You hit the lottery, you get all this money, and then you blow it. How does that happen? Because the disciplines were not put in place before you got the money for you to be able to keep the money. This is why I go so hard talking about budgeting. This is why. This is one of the reasons why. Not there's many reasons why, but this is a big reason. So think about that. If something sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it probably is. If you're checking your heart and your heart does not agree with what your head is telling you, if all reasoning is going out of the window, think twice about what you're doing. Like, I had so many red flags with purchasing that bike, and it cost me $600. It cost me, I mean, $600 to me is a lot of money. And I felt like it on the inside, I felt like, all right, I gotta hurry up. I gotta rush. That's another red flag. If it's not easy and you don't have a peace about it, you probably don't want to do it. I did not have a peace about it. My thought was rush, hurry up, go get it. Hurry up, go get it. If somebody's rushing you and you feel like, hurry up, I gotta invest in this program, or I gotta do this, and your heart does not agree, or if you get some type of feeling that says, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, think to yourself, why do I have a fear of missing out on this thing? Because again, people who are on a wealth building journey and they respect the journey, they know that you cannot skip steps. So if somebody's telling you, if there's a guru, if there's somebody who's selling a course or a program, is telling you hurry up and do this now, and it does not sit right in your heart, then think twice, because your heart is not going to lie to you. 9 times out of 10, your heart is not going to lie to you. So I was thinking about this for the last few days, and I just wanted to tell you about my feelings on fear of missing out. While you're on social media, you're going to see it a lot. You're going to see people trying to sell you on stuff. And I'm not saying that the things that are on social media are bad, but if it doesn't sit right with you, then you may want to think twice about investing in that program or investing money in that person. Because a lot of times, if you figure out a way to do things on your own, and you can't do everything on your own, I get that too. But if you start on that journey and you take the steps necessary to fulfill whatever your plan is, and you keep walking that thing out, and then you come across somebody or something that doesn't sit right with you, because you've been walking for so long, your antennas will be up that, hey, this doesn't sound right. So I'm saying all that to say that FOMO can get you in trouble if you do not listen to yourself inside. If they're red flags, don't ignore the red flags. Don't do what I did. It cost me $600. So hopefully this resonated with somebody. Hopefully you can identify with the things I talked about. If you had any FOMO that cost you, put it in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. So then the people in this community of Wealth is a Journey, whoever subscribes, maybe you can help somebody who has not gone through the things that you or I have gone through. But all we're trying to do here is help people to go along this journey and walk along this journey a little bit easier. The journey is, it is what it is. I mean, it's going to be tough. There are going to be some tough times. But if you have people that or in this community that has gone through the things that you're going through, and that it helps going through the journey easier if you know that other people are going through it as well. A lot of times what happens is you think that you're the only one going through something. Married people, you go through something with your spouse, and you think to yourself, dang, why am I the only one that's going through this? Until you talk to another man or woman who may have gone through the same thing. And you're like, dang, I'm not that I'm glad that you've gone through that, but I'm glad that you're telling me about that, because I thought I was the only one that was going through it. And I'm sure we can all identify with that. So put a comment below if you've experienced any type of FOMO that got you in trouble and how you made it to the other side. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week. Thank you. Hey, family. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode today. Today's entrepreneur highlight is Lee and Harry Law Firm. James, tell them what y'all do, bro.
There's no such thing as an accident. When people are injured in car crashes, or by medical malpractice, or by slipping and falling, the reason that person was injured was due to the negligence of another person, a business, or some other entity. In other words, the company, or person, or hospital causing the injury failed to do the right thing under the law. The law firm of Lee and Harry represents clients and their families who were injured through no fault of their own. We hold perpetrators of negligence accountable for their actions. In most cases, this involves doing battle with large insurance companies. Believe me, these companies are not in the business of paying out claims. They're in the business of protecting their own pocketbooks and the pocketbooks of their investors. We understand that when a person is injured, it has a domino effect. It ripples through the family. Spouses are affected. Children are affected. This is why we meticulously prepare each case so that we maximize the value of your claim and pursue this maximum value either by way of settling your claim or by going to court and having a jury decide what is fair and reasonable compensation. The law offices of Lee and Harry are licensed to practice law in the states of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and the great state of Texas. The law firm of Lee and Harry will make certain that if you are injured, You will receive fair, reasonable compensation for your pain and suffering. We will not leave 1 cent on the table. The secret to winning any battle is preparation. At the law firm of Lee & Harry, we prepare every case with the intention of winning. At Lee & Harry, winning is everything.